Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Wednesday, February 5th, 2014. I'm Astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Check out my big February 2014 webinar, Frozen in Time. Where will you freeze at the end of this month? And speaking of freezing, Mercury pretty much frozen as it is stuck, about to go retrograde in the next day. And this is happening 1 degree or right next to Neptune. And Mercury and Neptune, very weird energies to kind of hang out with each other because they kind of deal with opposite energies, you know, but they also deal with similar energies. The opposite is they both access information. Totally different styles of information though. You know, Mercury is more about what you wrote out, what you said, the way that we speak, the way that we communicate. Neptune is about, did you just hear me try and talk to you? Psychic awareness, intuitive energy, invisible energy. And here's Mercury having to play ball with Neptune in Neptune's own sign, Pisces, which Mercury is already at its worst position in the way that astrology works in Pisces. So this shows me that this is a very deep, powerful message from the other side that the universe is trying to deliver into your life. And this is what we're going to talk about as we step into the weekend, because this is what the universe is freezing everything on. You leaving reality and seeing what's on the other side, what's deeper inside yourself. What are your sensitivities? What are your emotions doing? And speaking of emotions, Jupiter in Cancer is going to make a perfect trine to Chiron today. And let's look at the moon too. But before we do that, Jupiter and Chiron making a trine means that it's time to explore all the emotions as much as possible, especially because this is the way that's going to truly heal our lives and allow us to go with the flow that spirit wants, because we came down here to learn to go with the flow. Yes, we have a reality. We can make decisions here. We can do things in the reality and manifest. But is it on a spiritual path? Is it on a path of why you came down here? And this is the universe kind of putting us in these positions now where in order for us to kind of go with the flow easy, not even kind of, just go with the flow and to allow the universe to pick us up and honestly, I think, radically take us on these electric and new connections, we need to really look at where our emotions sit. Are we opening up our comfort zones or are we closing them down? Are we protecting ourselves? Are we wanting to be in control? Remember, this is Jupiter opposing Pluto, Jupiter opposing Venus. This is like how our control energies and what makes us feel secure is really highlighted. Whether it's financial, whether it's physical securities, whether it's emotional securities, all this energy is still, you know, opposing each other. And how interesting that Jupiter is trining Chiron. That the only way to heal, the only way to go with the flow, the only way to pay attention to spirit now is to allow your feelings to indulge in these new positions the universe has brought you in. New relationships, new projects to manifest. You're going to have to find ways to open yourself up. We just finished a moon in Aries opposing Mars in Libra. We've got Mars in Libra. I described yesterday that the only way we're going to make it to the castle in our life or to our achievements is we're going to need to have the correct partnerships come in. You can't do this very singular anymore. Welcome to the new age. But more importantly, welcome to a day with Aquarius sun and a moon in Taurus. That we want to be free. We want to move direction and connect. Remember, we just had the 10-year anniversary of Facebook. Facebook is an Aquarius where the interconnection of connect, and never ending this web of stream of information that just goes so connected and so all over the place, it just blows your mind. But the only way for us to go on this crazy electricity and this freedom in our life is we need to let go of emotions that are holding on to value systems, that are holding on to things that we can hoard. I'm saying this because this is the last time the moon will pass over the south node in Taurus. The south node is ready to enter Aries here in the next 14 days pretty much. So this is the last time for over a decade that the moon will be in Taurus with the south node here. And what this means is the universe today, especially as Mercury is still moving forward, this is the last day to wrap things up, you know, get your final routes of communication out, really pay attention to what the other side is trying to tell you, but more importantly, to allow yourself to let go of the feelings that are holding you back from taking off in directions the universe has put right in front of you. It's good to feel secure in what you want and what you hold values in, but this is the last time to really take a look. Is our greed in the way, or are we stuck in only doing things a certain way? And is that getting in between us really taking off in new directions? Is there only one certain kind of vibe that we're trying to reach? That's kind of the issue with Aquarius, Taurus, and how they square. Is Aquarius wants to be free and go anywhere, but Taurus is like, you know, it's going to take this, it's going to take that, you need this and you need that in order to do it. We need, you know, guns to go storm, you know, this and rebel, or we need that to do this, you know, we need a Declaration of Independence to break free of them. And that's where we're at in our life. What is it that we need? But more importantly, what is it that we need to let go of that's going to allow us to connect with what the universe has brought before us? And I think that these are comfort levels that need to be explored and expanded by stepping into new courage. That's what this whole big T-square is. And with Mercury on top of Neptune, is about not tripping out on factual energy or calculations of what the future holds for you, but more of paying attention to this very beautiful message that the universe is trying to send you, that's in the form of really wild crap, whether it's, you know, synchronicities, looking at the clock and seeing 11:11. I mean, those are very basic stuff. But on more advanced levels, I think it's through your dreams. I think it's through powerful connections that have been building up already. And that it's clearer than a bell in a way that makes no logical sense here on Earth, but makes so much sense in a magical world. And that's where we're at today. What can you let go of? And what can you embrace in that will get you to your interconnectionness? What will you pay attention to that the universe, but more importantly, the other side, is trying to tell you in your life? The moon will make trines over to Venus and Pluto today, and this is so exciting because this, I think, is going to allow us to see that it's time to value these new situations that have come into our life. Venus has come over Pluto and done a retrograde direct energy. It's come near it. It's already been passed over it too. There has been a birth of this new energy. It's time to build off it. But we must purge what is not working for us anymore. We must purge what we hold on to that's old and not in our truth. It's time to pay attention to what our desires want and to go for that and to step out of bullshit. What is the bullshit that's holding you from going into the direction that you really want to go into your life? This is also the sun making its first quarter square to the moon. And you know what this means? Awareness. To wake up and see what's so valuable for you to connect to wake up and see what you need to let go of in order to go connect with. And to see that the healing is by adventuring yourself and rooting yourself in new places you've never rooted before. This is a lot like planting a flower in a part of the garden you've never planted yourself, and not worrying that the sunlight won't bring enough sun or that the rain won't come enough, that the universe has already sent you signs to go move there. And why don't you go do that? It just could lead exactly where you want to go. Finish things up today. Emails, conversations, the things you know that you might be delayed on, finish them all up today. Because when this Mercury retrograde hits, this one's going to be a weird one, as it's happening in a place where logic makes no sense at all. So, I was trying to think if there was anything else to talk about today, but I feel like I gave the message pretty clearly. It's a great day for feeling good. One thing about Aquarius and Taurus energy together, feels really good. So I think this is a wonderful day to see what's right and what we can move into by allowing ourselves to let go of things that just are not necessary anymore, but to apply what is necessary for us to move forward now. And that's very exciting. Plus, We're starting to see the North Node and Mars starting to conjunct and get closer. It's about taking action too. We're going to see next week this huge surge come of pushing forward, and it's by us getting prepared for that right now that we need to pay attention to. Check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com, if you have any questions or if you want to have a one-on-one reading. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you tomorrow.